Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of MT Talk video series. It's a attempt on my part to share with all of you what comes out of my emptiness inside as I walk into this empty space every morning during my 90-minute morning walk. So this series is a mix of my life stories, the incidents I have experienced in my life growing up, following the wisdom principles I learned from my master, and then some contemplative insights that I get during my morning walk. So it's a mix of all of that. So today I wanted to share an insight from my life experience, again based on a wisdom principle that I learned from my master. About 20 years ago, approximately, I was a young college graduate in my mid-20s, working for an upstart technology company that had a global presence in Pune, India, and then in North America, in Asia Pacific. So I was a newbie, just recruited, and I had an opportunity to go work in other countries. So like all the young tech graduates, I was also excited about the possibility of the opportunities to go out of India and work in a foreign country. So during those days, we used to have an immigration department where people would help folks to fill out the paperwork and to apply for visas and all the other immigration related documents. So I was one such newbie, and in the immigration department, there was this lady in her mid-30s who used to coordinate all the paperwork to fill for visas. So she was a very popular, very sought after lady because everyone wanted to be in her good books so she could help fill out the paperwork. So I was, since this was my first time trying to fill out paperwork for a visa to go work in a foreign country, obviously I was nervous, I was excited, I was very careful to not make any mistakes. And this lady, she recognized that my excitement, my nervousness, my fear of not making any mistakes, and she was very patient. She was very kind. Even though she was very busy, she saw how important a milestone this is in my life, to be able to travel to a foreign country and work in the early years of my career. And I came from a lot of poverty and never ventured out from a very, very small rural town. And therefore, for me, the excitement was even more. So this lady, she was very kind in answering the questions. I went to her many times. The paperwork, I missed some documents, but she was always kind. And somehow, through that process, we finished the paperwork. I applied for my visa. I got my visa. I traveled to Singapore, worked for this company, then traveled to Hong Kong. And then in the early 2000s, I came to Chicago and worked there ever since for many, many years. So that was an incident. Why am I telling you that now? So this same lady who was in her mid-30s then, who's in her mid-50s now, is helping her son in the same city, Pune, India, to run his business. But because of the global lockdown, the corona pandemic, all the businesses have suffered, and so has her son's business. So she reached out to all her colleagues. We have a WhatsApp group with all the alumni from that same company. So she reached out to all of us and asked if there's anything we can do to help her son survive through this global crisis and somehow keep the business afloat, manage the cash flow, and survive through the next few months. Now, I get many requests from many people, but for this particular request, I felt compelled in my heart to respond because I recollected that act of kindness that this lady showed in the time when she was extremely busy and could have easily shooed me away or, not give me as much time and attention. So the seed of kindness she planted 20 years ago stayed in my heart, and I felt compelled to reciprocate. So therefore, I took the information that she had, shared it with a lot of friends who potentially could help her son get business, and connected her with a lot of prospective clients that she could introduce her son to. And my friends also responded kindly by sharing that information. Now what happens, what comes out of that is nature's concern, nature's responsibility. I just don't think too much about it. I did my part in repaying the kindness in some small way. The point I'm trying to make is this: every single act of ours, every single day, is an opportunity for us to actually plant a seed of kindness, seed of empathy, seed of love, seed of care, seed of compassion, seed of concern. And one seed that you plant now, today, with awareness, without any expectations, goes a long way, as it did in my case, right? And it never ever fails. People always remember how you make them feel. They may forget what you said, what you did, but they will never forget how you make them feel, right? So my insight from this is, every day we have an opportunity to plant a seed that will grow into a big tree of compassion or empathy or something else. So let's do that with a lot of awareness. Check every time what I'm doing now, what I'm doing today. Am I planting a seed of a good quality of nature that will help someone, that will blossom into something good? And at the same time, can we take a moment and see how many people in our lives have planted seeds of goodness, some help, some kindness, some secret thing that they did without making us feel that they did it for us? Go back and recall all those things. Take a moment to express gratitude, and if possible, try to do something to reciprocate and pay back that kindness. That's how the cycle of life goes, and it also is connected to another wisdom principle that I lived all my life with, and I strongly believe in, which is, whatever you become a channel for comes multifold in your life, right? But that's another topic which I've already recorded my contemplative insight, which is uploaded on the channel as well. It's called Law of Nature, Become a Channel for Others. So go watch that when you get the opportunity. But this one I want to close by saying, every opportunity you get, plant a seed of kindness. That's it for today. I will talk to you in another empty talk video on another topic. Until then, love and peace to all of you. Bye-bye.